Hi there and welcome, and we at another exciting tutorial. Today we're going to discuss how to make an Olympic themed centerpiece. So let's have a look at the few things you're going to need to make this. First of all, we need some general soil out of the garden, just a container full. We also need pieces of actual lawn. Now if you can't get the actual pieces, you can go and just do grass cuttings. We also need some flags and some straws. We're going to need some pots that's going to go with your theme. A template, and this you can get anywhere from the internet. You just download any images that is Olympic related. Some black cardboard, a Susati stick, pencil, glue, and a pair of scissors. And now we can start making our centerpiece. Okay, so our table is cleared and we're ready now to start cutting out our template for our little Olympic man. So first of all, what we want to do is use our template and cut this out. And you can now decide which sport you want to show, or you can have each table a different type of sport, for instance. Okay, so here we have our little template that we can now cut out on our cardboard. Okay, so all we want to do now is just make sure it fits in nicely on the paper, and then we can start tracing. So here we have it, our two little men, and now we can actually start to cut them out. And here we have our final little men. So all we need to now do is basically paste them together. Please remember to make sure that they line up nicely and put in our little stick. Okay. So first what we want to do is actually get our glue on here. Also make sure that you get it everywhere. And there we have our final product. So here we have all our elements together, so now we can just put it together. So what we want to start with is actually putting our soil in our pots, and this can become a bit of a messy process, so just make sure you work careful. And just leave a little bit at the top, a little bit of an opening, because remember your grass still needs to actually come in there. Okay, this one can have a little bit more. So we have our soil set in now, and then we basically, all we have to do is just place our grass up here. Make sure it's nice and neat. Very important, you can see it does make quite a bit of a mess on the actual pots, So just have a little cloth with you, and once you're done with the soil, you can just then clean up your vase before we put on the rest of the things. Okay, and when you're happy, we can now basically put the decorations on top. So it's your choice whether you want to, for instance, use it as a cluster centerpiece, whether you want to use the separate containers on separate tables, and you can now play around. So you can, let's start with a flag. So you're just going to put your little straw in your flag. And this one's stuck now, so let's use the other one that I've already put in. So you can now, for instance, do a flag in one of them, and in the other one you can, for instance, put your little Olympic guy in the actual centerpiece. You can also, if you're going to reuse the centerpiece, you can also invest in these Perspex ones, and you can contact us for more information on these. And they basically have their little sharp feet already that you can actually place into this. And this is just something that's going to last you a lot longer than a cardboard one. But both can look very nice. Now let's see if I can get this straw in here. Okay, this one's not going to work, but the effect can be you can combine it as well with a flag like this. Now let's get this whole table cleaned up and we can see how the end results looks. And there we have it, our Olympic centerpiece. Join us next time for another very exciting tutorial.